planing all these strips relatively flat, it was time to do the first of the 3 glue-ups. So with each stage of this process, the boards do get flatter and they get straighter. So as long as I had some flat faces to glue together, I wasn't too concerned about the twists or the bowing in each one, knowing that this would get corrected more and more with each glue-up. Sadly, I don't own enough clamps to do this first glue-up all at once, so it took me a few days. I guess it's true what they say, woodworkers can never have enough clamps. Just by gluing these first laminations up, the resulting boards are already much straighter than the individual pieces I started with, which does save me a lot of time on the planer. Now there is still some twist that has to get worked out, but after a little bit of planing on the high spots, I've got a really nice reference surface for the planer. At this point in the glue-up, I am a little more finicky about the edges, making sure that they line up to try and keep everything as flat as I can. There was a little bit of cup, but little to no twist, and that actually works out in my favor because the cup side will make a perfect reference edge for one last pass through the planer. Now it's ready for the final glue up, so I trim one end of each piece square, which lets me line them all up, and then I can lay out where I want the loose tenons for the dominoes to go. is strong enough for this lamination, I wanted to use the dominoes to help me line up the top surface as best as possible. Then I did the last bit of flattening to flush out the glue seams, and I trimmed both ends square. After a rough sanding, I filled any gaps in the laminations with some sawdust and CA glue. I trimmed it down to its final width, sanded it to about 220 grit, and chamfered the edges. Now it's ready for the next step in the process, where we add the mahogany sides and the ends. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next episode.